So today I'm going to talk about an experience that I had at AutoZone picking up some parts. So I walked into the store and I was talking to the guy about some items that I wanted. And a few minutes into it, I realized that the item that I came to get, that I had to verify with the mechanic back at the shop if it was the right one. That was when I sighted this young lady. I wanted to say something to her, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. And she was having a very detailed discussion with one of the employees about scheduling. I was able to eavesdrop. They were talking very loud, so I was able to hear what they were saying. They were having a appropriate conversation concerning work. So they were talking about scheduling. So at that point, I told the guy to hold on that I needed to verify something about my situation. And what I did was I moved next to the counter and I tried my pen. I had a pen, this exact pen right here. So I had this pen right here. This is my usual pocket pen. As a businessman, you should have one. So while I was fidgeting with my pen, trying to scribble something because I didn't want to interrupt her. I felt it was rude to interrupt someone at work, taking care of work obligations, and that is a priority. I didn't know how to go about it. So what I did was I asked her for a pen. She gave me a pencil because my pen wouldn't work on the register paper that I saw on the corner. So she handed me, if she was polite, she handed me a piece of paper and she handed me a pencil. So I wrote down my name, my number, and I said, how about dinner or brunch? Call or text me. And I folded up the paper. And by the time I was able to hand it back to her, one of her coworkers. So I kind of made an excuse, like I was waiting for the shop to call me back to get the right size. So I sat, I moved over to the corner to make way for the customers. So at the right opportunity, I walked over to her, handed her back what she handed me, the paper and the pencil. And at that point, I walked away. But it ended up being that I got the right information. I walked out of the shop. By the way, pretext. When I walked into the place, everyone was looking at me. Everyone was kind of, oh, okay. They give you that eye when you look good. I had my corduroy suit on. I had my nice shirt. I looked good. I had nice shoes. I smelled really good. I got a compliment inside the business facility because someone had said, "You look good." Someone else complimented you. Smell good. So at that point, I came back, and when I came back, they were talking about me because apparently she had told one of her coworkers, "Oh, you see that guy that just walked out? He gave me his number to call or text for dinner or something for a date, and he never said anything to me." So when I came back, as soon as I walked through the door, one of the coworkers looked at me and started laughing, and he walked away. The guy that was taking care of me when I came the initial time to buy some items. So at that point, she decided to take care of me. And at this point, I got the clue that she was interested, but she didn't like how I went about it. So when I walked up to her, she asked me, "What was this?" She's like, "She's not a kid. That she's a 30-year-old woman. That she's not in high school anymore. That we shouldn't be passing notes around. That if I wanted to say something to her, that I should say it directly to her." You see, the problem is this: men and women are both afraid of rejection. We're not afraid of women as men. Men are not afraid of women. We're just afraid of the rejection. So because of the rejection, I kind of try to control the scenario so that it will play in my favor. Assuming she decided to throw me some choosing signals or make the situation more easy for me, she could have done that by maybe segregating herself. Ladies, this is a cue to some of you, few ladies. If you see a guy you like and you think he's attracted to you and you're interested in him, one of the best things you could do to get his attention or even get him to approach you is either to give him a choosing signal or segregate yourself from everybody else in such a manner that you make yourself approachable. So, for example, how she could have made it easy for me was by being alone or moving to a different part of the store where she's by herself, or walking outside, stepping outside for a second, or just anything that puts her in a scenario where I could involve her in a one-on-one conversation. Needless to say, I didn't have a problem talking to her, but like I said, she was having a workplace conversation with a coworker. I wasn't going to interrupt that just to approach her and talk to her about my intentions. No. So that's that. You know, segregate yourself to make it easier for a guy, and that's a way of choosing signals. So segregating yourself, putting yourself in a situation where you make yourself approachable, is a way to make it easier on a guy to approach you. And for guys, what I learned from this situation was that, by the way, at the end of the day, I got the dinner. I got her number, and I told her to call me. I usually do that. I leave it up to the women. I give them my number, and if they call, they call. If they don't call, they don't call. Because at the end of the day, I feel like most men would agree with me. The ball is in the women's court. Once it is in their court, because once a man approaches you, he is already in agreement, and he's already made his intention known. So the rest is up to the woman. So I gave her my number, and she, right there, so she was calling me my love, all that. But so fast forward to that. So the key to this, back to the guys, the key information here is that as a man, you want to look good. When you look good, you smell good, you're well put together, you don't have to worry about anything when it comes to women. You're not always going to get accepted, but I want to let you know something. When you look good, when you're out here moving through these streets with your nice suit on, even the young guys, you could put this tip to use. You have your nice shirt, well ironed, collars perked up. You have your nice suit jacket, your sport coat. You have your pants looking good, everything in position, well ironed. You have your shoes looking good, well polished. The only kind of woman that will reject a guy like that is the woman that you don't want anyway. Every woman you want, in most cases, I'm talking about 60% or more, which is majority. In majority of the cases, the women that you approach, if they have the same kind of mindset as you do, will almost always accept your advance. So that's the top tip, guys. So I wanted to put that out there today. That was my experience today, and eventually I got the number and told her to call me. Let's plan something, dinner, brunch, and see where it goes from there. So once again, thanks guys for checking me out. Have a good one.